All right, folks. Well, we've got quiz 3 coming up. This one's coming up on the 26th. So again, usual rules. It's available from 7 till 7. You have to finish by 7 p.m. It's not a start by 7 p.m. Pretty much covers all the material up through February 22nd. And again, you've got 50 minutes to complete it. Basically a 5-minute grace period. Again, it doesn't cut you off at 50 minutes, but that is still the time limit for the quiz. So I'll give you that 5 minutes grace, but any questions that have been saved after that 55-minute mark will get 0. All right, again, usual rules. The questions can be randomly ordered for each student, and there might be multiple versions of the various different questions, but they're all pretty nearly equivalent questions. For this one, we're getting into longer, more complex material. So for this quiz, there's just 3 questions, although a couple of them have multiple parts to them. And it's almost entirely writing or comprehending existing Lisp code. And this is very much focused on the higher order functions, the lambda functions, the structure of functions, right? What functions look like depending on whether they're created with a lambda or as a label or with defun, the use of closures, what it means to have a homoiconic language and what the implications of that are, and most certainly looking at let over lambda and let over labels over lambda, along with a bit in the way of macros. So again, there's a lot of material there. It's going to be 3 larger questions, 12 to 20 marks each. And 50 total marks. So usual ideas, again, probably the best practice is to work on the current lab before attempting the quiz because the material does overlap fairly heavily. All right, usual quiz rules, individual work. Everything that you submit is expected to be your own. If you do wind up using anything you found on the web someplace or found in a textbook or whatever it might be, make sure you give the full citation for it. And again, no communicating with anybody else, no getting help from anybody else, no discussing the exam with anybody else before the exam period is over. So if it's not 7 p.m. on the 26th or whatever the date is, then no discussing the exam just because you don't know for sure that other people haven't taken it. And the usual technology links if you run into any problems. And again, if anything goes wrong and you need to run over time, it won't cut you off. Just fire me an email and let me know why you needed to go over, and we'll take care of it. And if something disastrous happens, and again, if for some reason you can't take the exam on that date, just make sure you get in touch with me, and we can always figure out a way to work around this. All right, I will leave it there for now.